Taxes in retirement, they are not what most people expect. You might think, I'm retired, I won't owe much, but that's often far from the truth. Social Security, required minimum distributions, Roth conversions, even Medicare surcharges, they all come into play. Today, I'm going to show you how retirees like Dave and Maria can plan ahead so taxes don't derail their retirement. Dave and Maria are a hypothetical example, not real clients. This video is for educational purposes only. Meet Dave and Maria. Dave is 65 and recently retired. Maria is 63 and is planning to retire in 2 years. They've saved $3 million across pre-tax accounts, IRAs, Roth IRAs, and taxable accounts, including $50,000 in cash. They've been diligent savers, but now taxes are a big part of their equation. Before we walk through the key pieces, let me show you how their tax bracket changes as we go through their plan. These projections are based on assumptions that we made in the last video. So go watch this video to understand what they are. I can tell you for a fact that their assumptions are going to be wrong. They are not going to materialize because market returns are going to vary. They are not going to stay at that average return that we've assumed. And inflation is going to be different too. But directionally, this chart gives us a likely scenario that we can prepare for. So Maria and Dave are in the 22% tax bracket, as indicated by the orange line. In 2 years, after Maria retires, they may fall in the 12% tax bracket, as shown by the green line. Okay. As soon as their RMDs start, they will be in the 22% tax bracket, as shown by the orange line. And they continue to stay there until Dave's end of life. Now let's walk through the key pieces. Social Security taxation. Dave started Social Security this year and receives about $28,000 per year. Maria plans to start at 65, which will add $22,000. Did you know that depending on their other income, up to 85% of their Social Security benefits can be taxable? For Dave and Maria, their withdrawals from retirement accounts plus Social Security put them in a situation where a portion of their Social Security income is going to be taxed federally. This is something many people overlook. Required minimum distributions, or RMDs. At age 73, Dave and Maria will need to take RMDs from their pre-tax accounts like 401k and 403b and traditional IRAs. These are calculated based on account balances and life expectancy. For Dave and Maria, RMDs could add tens of thousands of dollars in taxable income each year. If you don't plan ahead, large RMDs can bump you into higher tax brackets or even trigger higher Medicare premiums. As you can see, RMDs can potentially push Dave and Maria into higher tax brackets. One strategy to manage taxes is Roth conversions, moving money from a traditional IRA or 401k into a Roth IRA. You pay taxes now, but future withdrawals are tax-free. For Dave and Maria, small strategic conversions before RMDs start would save them hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes long run. The key, Roth conversions should be planned carefully, taking into account their income tax bracket and other goals. Not all Roth conversions are going to yield desirable results. Medicare surcharges. Higher income can increase Medicare premiums. The income-related monthly adjusted amount, IRMA, can hit people who don't plan withdrawals carefully. For Dave and Maria, if they are not mindful of how withdrawals and Roth conversions affect their modified adjusted gross income, they could potentially face extra Medicare costs or IRMA surcharges. IRMA surcharges aren't necessarily bad and sometimes may be a small cost to pay to lower lifetime taxes. Planning ahead lets them avoid surprises and make smarter withdrawal choices. Year-round tax planning. Here's the big takeaway. Tax planning isn't just about April 15. It's year-round, deciding how much to withdraw, when to convert to Roth, timing Social Security, and considering RMDs altogether. For Dave and Maria, reviewing their plan every year and running what-if scenarios gives them confidence they're making tax-smart decisions that protect their lifestyle and legacy. As one of my mentors says, plan should be both a noun and a verb. Taxes in retirement can feel complicated, but with the right plan, you can reduce stress, preserve your savings, and make better decisions for your lifestyle and family. Dave and Maria's story shows that thinking ahead and testing different scenarios can turn tax surprises into manageable, predictable steps. If you want to see how these strategies could work for your retirement, start by looking at your own income sources, retirement accounts, and goals, because the numbers really do matter. Remember, everyone's situation is unique. What I've shared here is general education, not specific advice. If you'd like guidance tailored to your circumstances, talk to a qualified financial planner.